what has the ninja sword been found in history? So I believe it was Sean Askew who found this ninja scroll, which is great, and contains shuriken and it contains a ninja sword. Now, sounds amazing, doesn't it? But we've already dealt with the shuriken, which is basically probably a marker or carry one shuriken on you, but it's definitely there. It's definitely there. But the next one it says is Shinobi Tachi. The understanding of, or the traditions of Shinobi Tachi. You're like, what? Ninja sword? Right, so first of all, it's not Shinobi Gatana or Ninto, which is Shinobi and To, the kanji. This is actually Shinobi Tachi or Shinobi Dachi, depending on which way you want to do it. But it's pretty much the same thing. Instead of Shinobi Katana, it means Shinobi Tachi, which is a bigger sword, basically. And more commonly used back in the earlier periods. We remember Tachi was still about, and I know we moved to Katana, and I get all that, but there's definitely, in early Edo period stuff, a lot more Tachi being worn. So basically, what does this mean? Does this mean we found a ninja sword? Most likely no, and I don't. Maybe some people out there are like, Anthony, you never accept anything, but just bear with me. So the scroll is a Mokuroku scroll, which means it's a list of things, which means we don't know what each one means. You got to guess at it. It's like saying, we've just got titles in the contents page, so you've got to guess from that contents page what's in the actual contents. Yeah, so that's the difficulty we have here. But from putting all the ninja scrolls together, putting this scroll in context, then what we know is the simple fact that, what we can guess is the fact that this is probably means using a sword during shinobi missions. Because next to it, it has, what's the big giveaways? It says night tachi. So, yoru no tachi. And that means the sword at night. So what we have here, and on the other side of it, is how to open doors, or points, considerations when opening doors. So you've got this scroll that says there are certain things to understand when you open a door. There are things you need to understand when using a sword in a shinobi mission. There are things to understand when using a sword at night. That type of thing. It's not like there's a ninja sword. I did run this past Yoshie, and she says the only other way you could probably interpret this is modifications to a tachi for doing shinobi. So it might be the case that you've got a normal tachi and you modify it in some way. Like we know from Katori Shintoryu, they have a leather handle. Or we know in other places, I think Shoninki, it put a hole in the scabbard. So it could be things like that, a longer Sagio cord, certain things to say modify it for shinobi. So it's either how to use a sword during shinobi missions or shinobi activity, and how to modify your sword to use it for shinobi activity. The problem is, this scroll, this lineage is long dead and nobody knows, and there isn't any kuden there, nothing's written down, no oral traditions, nothing have been captured, so we just don't know. The likelihood of it being ninja sword is a bit strange because it just doesn't fit into the rest of history, but we definitely have lots of examples of how to do something during shinobi, how to do something during, nighttime. So grammatically, it's simply shinobi sword points. Night sword points, but actually when you translate into English, which you probably have to interpret this as swords in shinobi, or swords for shinobi, swords for night, what I mean? You've got to do it like that. And of course it's talking about tachi, which we know is not the straight sword, it's a tachi. So it's clearly a tachi for shinobi or modified for shinobi. So no, this doesn't mean there's a straight bladed, square guarded ninja sword and everybody runs around like that. Not at all. It just simply means there is a way to use the sword during shinobi missions. I hope that helps, guys. I hope that clears that one up. So if you're interested in the ninja and in samurai, I've just released a book called Book of Bushido, so get yourself a copy of that, and I'll speak to you next time, guys.